Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear brothers and sisters, today I'm going to make the third video on the Sira book, The Sealed Nectar. And I'm going to tell you about the four immigrating tribes of Kahlan. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatu min lisani wa yafqahu qawli. Qul rabbi zidni ilman. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina wa maulana Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahima wa ala ali Ibrahima innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad kama barikta ala Ibrahima wa ala ali Ibrahima innaka hamidun majid. Okay, so last time we just left here and I told you about the Arab tribes. You're seeing perished Arabs, pure Arabs, and Arabized Arabs. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was from Arabized Arabs. They are also called Adnanian Arabs. And the immigrating tribes of Kahlan, these Kahlan, they were from pure Arabs. They were divided into four groups. Al-Azad, Lakam and Judham, Banu Tai, and Kinda. Al-Azad. Al-Azad, who wandered in Yemen, sent pioneers under the leadership of Imran bin Amr Muzakiya and finally headed to the north and the east. Details of the immigration can be summed up as follows. Talaba bin Amr left his tribe Al-Azad for Hijaz and dwelt between Talabiyah and Dikar. When he gained strength, he headed for Medina, where he stayed. Of his descendants are Aus and Khazraj, sons of Haritha bin Talaba. Haritha bin Amr, known as Khuza, wandered with his offsprings in Hijaz until they came to Mar az-Zahran. Later they conquered the Haram and settled in Makkah after having driven away its people and the tribe of Jurham. Imran bin Amr and his family went to Oman, where they established the tribe of Azad, whose offsprings inhabited Tihama and were known as Azad of Sunnah. Jafna bin Amr and his family headed for Syria, where he settled and initiated the kingdom of Ghassan, who was so named after a spring of water in Hijaz, where they stopped on their way to Syria. So those were Al-Azad. Lakam and Judham. This is the second tribe, immigrating tribe of Kahlan. Lakam and Judham, of whom was Nasr bin Rabia, founder of Manadira, kings of Hira. Third tribe, Banu Tai, who also immigrated northwards to settle by the so-called Ajja and Salma mountains, which were accordingly named the Tai Mountains. Kinda, who dwelt in Bahrain, but were expelled to Hadramaut and Najd. They had no strength here, as they had none in Bahrain, and so they settled in Najd. There they had an important rulership, although it didn't last long, for the whole tribe soon faded away. Another tribe of Himyar, known as Quda, also left Yemen and developed in Samawa desert on the borders of Iraq. The Arabized Arab, from where the lineage of the Prophet Muhammad or Adnanian Arabs. They go back in ancestry to their great-grandfather Ibrahim from a town called Ar, near Kufa, on the west bank of the Euphrates in Iraq. Excavations brought to light many details of the town, Ibrahim's family, and the prevalent religions and the social circumstances. It is known that Ibrahim left Ar for Haran and then for Palestine, which he made headquarters for his message. He wandered all over this area. When he went to Egypt, the Pharaoh tried to do evil with his wife Sarah, but Allah saved her, and the Pharaoh's wicked scheme recoiled on him. He thus came to realize her strong attachment to Allah, and in acknowledgement of her grace, the Pharaoh rendered his daughter Hajira at Sarah's service. But Sarah gave Hajira to Ibrahim as a wife, Ibrahim alayhi salam as a wife, and Ibrahim alayhi salam returned to Palestine, where Hajira alayhi salam gave birth to Ishmael alayhi salam. Sarah became jealous of Hajira and forced Ibrahim to send Hajira and her baby away to a plantless valley in Hijaz by the sacred house, exposed to the floods from the north and the south. He chose for them a place under a lofty tree near the upper side of the masjid in Mecca, where neither people nor water were available, and went back to Palestine, leaving a leather case with some dates and a vessel of water with his wife and baby. Before long, they ran out of both food and water, but thanks to Allah's favor, water gushed forth to sustain them for some time. The story of the Zamzam spring is well known to everybody. Another Yemeni tribe, Jurham, the second, came and lived in Mecca upon Hajira's permission. After being said to have lived in the valleys around Mecca, it is mentioned in Sahih al-Bukhari that this tribe came to Mecca before Ishmael was a young man, while they had passed through that valley long before this event. Ibrahim used to go to Mecca every now and then to see his wife and son. The number of these journeys is still unknown, but dependable historical references have mentioned 4. Allah the Sublime stated in the Noble Quran that he had Ibrahim alayhi salam see in his dream that he slaughtered his son Ishmael alayhi salam, and therefore Ibrahim alayhi salam stood up to fulfill his order. I'm going to stop this video here because it's going to be too long and I will not be able to upload it on my channel. In the next video, we will inshallah discuss and read the story of slaughtering of Ishmael alayhi salam. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayhi. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. कमा सल्लैता अला इब्राहीम व अला आले इब्राहीम इन्नका हमीदुन मजीद। अल्लाहुम्मा बारिक अला मुहम्मद व अला आले मुहम्मद कमा बारिकता अला इब्राहीम व अला आले इब्राहीम इन्नका हमीदुन मजीद।